I have this Priority 600X. This bike runs a Wren fork, which is an inverted fork, which means I can't use these Robert Axel Project Old Man Mountain fork packs because they attach to an axle and attach to what is usually the stanchion or the main part of your fork. But since this fork is inverted, you can't secure it to the top. So Old Man Mountain forwarded me to Wren. Wren makes a rack specific for this bike. I am going to be installing this, this huge rack. This is made for like pack rafts, huge like Fabio's chests. And this will go right here. This will make this bike super awesome for bike packing with front storage and back storage. So there's two parts on how this works. One, there are bottle cage mounts which go on the fork, which I'm excited about because I love that bottle position. And then those mounts support this tray. So I'm gonna put it all together right now. I've seen no videos about this rack and no install videos about this rack. I'm not the best at doing install videos and like teaching you how, but I figure as long as there's one video out there that shows someone like going along the process, it might make this rack and these bottle holders a little less intimidating for you. So that's what I'm doing today. There is no instructions online. There's just this printed manual and these schematics. So yeah, and there's not a lot of pictures in this installation manual. So I'm gonna give it my best shot. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so here's the manual. You can see it's multi-pages, mostly text. It's a picture right here. And then you have this schematic drawing of how the parts are supposed to work. And it looks like pretty complicated if you ask me. And let's see what we got here in terms of hardware. So this seems like hardware that holds up the rack shelf. And this seems like bottle holders. Yep, cool. So I'm going to do these bottle holders first, which I think is this. And this is like a plug that goes under your fork and expands. Interesting. I guess I can try to follow the directions. I'll give that a try for once. Okay, so remove front wheel. This is the plug. It's kind of like a, oh man, what's it called? A quill stem, where you twist this bolt, this squishes, and these rubber pieces enlarge. So that's gonna hold, I guess, the main support. We're gonna put it in there. Tighten it. The clamp arm facing the front of the bike. So this is left. Okay, so it wants that on the outside. Line up this side of the clamp and then use my tool to start the threads. Okay, so now I got these two here. Now it wants the supports. That's gonna go through there and get a bolt on this side. And that's gonna hold up and support the rack. So there's two holes back here that connect to the plug we did into the fork. And so these, and then I'll put the washer on the nut. Okay, I'm totally going off script, just looking at the schematics and trying to figure this out. So I'm gonna try to walk you through this. There's one bag with these components in it. Okay, now with these, I believe this is how they're installed. So you take it, you put this part that has the hole on the outside, and then you can see there's a thread on the inside here. So that's to lock this part in. So you put that in there. Then it would seem to me like this goes on the bottom on this line of the rack, and this screw comes over top. Okay, I'm getting this. And then this piece, if I take off this end cap, this will slide on here and then go through there. Got it. So we basically have that one in. Let's sort of lock it into place. And we'll put the big hole towards the outside. Take off the end cap, feed it through here. Ooh, there's a hair. Okay, so these, one goes here, then one goes there. Guess that's M6. So I'm gonna take this, put this through, and thread the nut on the other side. ×2. And then there's two holes here and here. That's like nearly perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, put that screw through it, and we're gonna get that threaded on right there. Cool. That's my favorite bottle placement. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done with install. It's on there pretty good. I do need to tighten some things like that over there. Yeah, so okay, it looks like on here, the rack like can come off for transport, but it wouldn't look good with just these side rails. The last test they say you do is you're supposed to take out all the air. But I'm not gonna do that. I don't think that's hitting. It kind of looks good. I thought it was gonna look bad, but honestly, I think it looks pretty good. And I jumped on it. It doesn't look like it's gonna hit. Again, if you're doing this, Wren recommends that you do. Okay, and here's a final look at the rack so you can get an idea of how it's put together. That's how it goes into the bottom. And that's the install. Stay tuned for a bike packing trip.